All right, so in this video, we are going to go over and add some eyeshadow. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to add a blank layer, and I'm going to rename layer 2, so the one we just did for our shadows and highlighting. I'm going to name it Shadows and Highlights, just so that we know what each one was. This one's going to be named Eyeshadow. All right, so I'm going to show you my way to do it. This is going to give kind of more of a natural look. Now, if you want to go crazy with it and give a different color or whatever, go for it. But the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a sample of a color that's already on our face. That's the way to make it the most natural. To do that, we're going to use the eyedropper tool. You can either click on the eyedropper tool over here, or you can just push I on your keyboard, and that will give it to you. Oh, I hope it's still recording. All right, so I'm actually going to choose, some people would go with this lip color. I'm going to go kind of a little bit darker than her lip color, and I'm going to get one of these like shaded over there. I'm going to get my brush tool. Now, when you get your brush tool, you want to make sure that you have, okay, we got our brush tool. We're going to look up here and make sure that we're kind of where we need to be. So our opacity in our brush tool, let's turn it down to like 50%. And then you want to make sure you have a soft brush. So right here where the size of your brush is, select it. You're going to select soft round. All right. And then we're going to zoom in and really just paint our eyebrows. So I'm zooming in by pushing the keyboard controls, which are going to be Command plus. You can also change the zoom tool and do that, but I feel like it's easier just to do Command plus. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here, and we can edit where I just kind of went into her eyeball. Okay. Now you don't want to come too far over or too far over, but again, we can go back and edit this. So we're going to do this on both eyes. There we go. All right, so we have that done on both eyes. And then now what we're going to do is the light is going to hit her face still. So we need to make sure that we're adjusting our eyeshadow to compensate for light hitting it. And so we're going to get our dodge tool out, and we're going to make sure our midtones are selected, and we're going to go to about 30% exposure, which I already have. And my brush is about the right size. So you just kind of want to lighten a little bit right here in the middle. Okay. Not a lot, just enough to where, like, if the light, since the light is hitting her straight on the middle of her face. And then next we're going to get our shadow, or burn tool, excuse me. Exposure around 40%, midtone selected as well. And then in this, I'm going to make it a little bit larger. Okay. I'm going to go here and just kind of darken this outer ring a little bit. We're still going to play with the colors a little bit, so don't stress out on that. All right, now we're going to go up to Image, Adjustments, and we're first going to do Hue Saturation. And I'll move that right here. Let's play with the hue saturation. So this is really where we can change our color a lot. Okay, so we have the eyeshadow selected, and now we're just playing with it. If you want, you can go with whatever shade you like here. I'm probably going to stay in probably in this range. Yeah, I'm going to say around -11, -15. And you can make it darker or lighter. Kind of just fit whatever you're going for here. All right, so I didn't make huge changes to mine, but that, again, that's all up to you. I'm going to press OK. The next, we're going to go up to Image, Adjustments, and we're going to go to Levels. So our levels will let us play around. Let me move you over here. We can kind of play with this, and you can just play with your slider and see what you like. And we'll go right in there. And you just play with this just to see. So levels does affect the overall coloring of your image. Let's say OK. And now we can play with our opacity. Let's just say we don't want it that dark. We don't want it We want it around there. We can choose that, or we can stay super aggressive. Whatever works. I am going to turn mine down just so it's a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get my eraser on here. Now, the bad thing about the eraser tool is that once it's gone, it's gone. So that's why we like to use a layer mask. Now, you can also use a layer mask right here, but I did want to show you this and just make sure you didn't get any of their eyeball. Okay. All right, so I'm going to zoom out, and that's what the difference is so far. Okay. All right. The next video that we're going to do is going to be eyeliner.